Greetings and salutations. Today I'm going to take a look at notebook system, cover, whatever you want to call it. This is the Roterfaden Taschenbegleiter, and I'm sorry if I've butchered that. My German's not very good. I've tried a few different kind of I don't know what you want to call it, cover or system, notebook cover or systems, to see what works for me. And to be honest, I end up buying different ones because I really like them. But then it's like, hang on, how much do I actually use them? How much do I use this? How much do I use that? So I've got a few. So I thought I would go through some bits and bobs and see what you think and see what works for me and you. Yeah? Nice. Yeah, so as I say, this is the Taschenbegleiter by Roterfaden in Germany. Available in different sizes. So we'll take a little look through the thing and then I'll chat about the different features and whatnot. I think it's probably useful if I angle my camera down because it's a bit bigger than a pen. So this is the A5 size. And the outside is leather. And I've had this a little while. I've had this 2 years, I think, thereabouts. So it's getting a nice bit of, characterization and beaten up treatment on the leather, because obviously you're going to throw it in your bag or whatever, or I do anyway. So you're going to get that, distressed leather look after a while. This one's a little bit different than some other systems, such as, I've forgotten the name of it, Traveller's notebooks and Regalia and stuff. So this has clips instead of elastic bands to hold your notebooks in, and I will get to that shortly. So yeah, you've got the name, stamp, company and etc. on the back, made in Germany, leather, stitching, blah blah. You got a nice closed strap, in this case olive green, and a pen loop to match the strap. Right, I'm going to turn this down and we'll go through some of the features. Hey, so back, and now we can take a little look on the flat. So inside you have like suede interior cover, and you have, obviously I have added notebooks myself, does not come with notebooks, but you have clips in here to attach your notebooks, and then you have suede interior cover again on the back. So you got the pockets as well, so you got a big pocket on the back cover which will fit any number of things that you would like to fit, whether it's paper or small tablet, something like that, or whatever you like in there. This side, you've got a couple of slots up here, ideal for little notes or business cards, or again, whatever you like, and here for whatever you like. So what I do like about the Taschenbegleiter, sorry, I'm just going to gloss over the fact that I can't say it at all, is if you go onto the Roterfaden website and you're ordering one of these, you can basically personalize it. So you can order a brown cover with a whatever color suede interior with a whatever color strap and pen loop. So this combination was my choice. So you go on, you pick your cover, you pick your interior, you pick all of that. So each one is going to have a fair chance of being, I don't like saying on the unique side of things. Unique is one of a kind, so it is or it isn't, but you know what I mean. So they're not all stock, I suppose is what I'm saying. You can personalize it to the color coding that you like. And then you can add your notebooks. So as I mentioned, the clips. So rather than the elastic band system of something like a Traveller's, these have the clips for very easy adding and removal of notebooks. You don't get a multicoloured paperclip either. Doesn't come with. That's my own addition. Not sure why. It's just in there. Anyway, sorry. So this is the A5 size. And I'll grab a couple of bits to do a comparison in a second. So this is the A5 size. So A5 notebook, you can just add it in, take it out as quick as you like. Because personally for me, I think where I fall down with some of the other things like a Traveller's or an Endless Explorer, something like that, is you've got the elastic band to add the notebook. I mean, look, it's not the end of the world to have to take them out, but if I'm sitting down, sometimes I want to open a notebook and I'll do a quick note or whatever in this, but if I'm laying this down, and depending on what you've got, it can get a bit chunky over here, so it's quite handy for me. All right, I want this notebook for now, and then I can use that. Obviously, if you're on the go, you're sitting on the beach, you're doing whatever, you can write with them in there. But if you're in a coffee shop or something like that and you want to take a notebook out and write with it, then that's very simple. And I like that feature. What you can also do, what can you also do if you've got some letters, documents or something like that. So say, for example, in the A5 size cover, you can get an A4. So say you had letters or something like that and you wanted to keep them. So I sometimes have a document or a letter, you don't want to get it mussed up or whatever, I can fold that in between my two notebooks there, which is why, generally speaking, I tend to leave the middle one free, because it just does a little bit of protection when I close that. That's quite handy, like that. And again, very easy to remove and add in with the clips. Speaking of the clips, I'll see if I can, there we go. Apologies if that's not focusing brilliant, but you can see there's 3 clips in there. I'm going to try and show you here. If you can see, there's another slot there. I'll just bash the camera around while I'm doing it. And there's another slot there. So you could theoretically add 2 more clips to this if you wanted to. So if, for example, you didn't want the chunkiest notebooks in the world, you wanted 5 different things, or as I say, for the adding loose paper in there and separating that out, you could get a couple of extra clips and do it that way. The clips are themselves very easily removable, so you can buy more, pop them in, take them out as suits if you only want 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So just for an idea of what kind of notebooks this would comfortably take, this is a bigger thing in, say, a Traveller. So it's an actual A5 size. It will take A5 notebooks. This is the Clairefontaine A5, what are they called? Age bag. Good name. And this is a Leuchtturm. I'm really good with the pronunciation today. 1917 soft cover A5. So that's a chunkier one in itself, but obviously if you wanted slimmer ones, you can do that. So this takes like, oh, say proper size A5 notebooks, maybe as opposed to something like, let me see what we've got. So I've got a couple of bits here, let's have a look. So I've got an Endless Explorer, which is A5 but not A5. So as you can see, I mean, that's an A5 notepad. They're a bit smaller than A5, and this takes the Endless Storyboard notebooks, which again are a bit smaller than A5, and they're, that's the standard that this takes. I mean, I'm sure you could pop other things in that fit, but there you go. And then I've got a Traveller's, sorry, trying to pop these in. So if that's A5, that's A5 but not A5. Then this is the passport size Traveller's notebook, which I want to say, is it B6 or is it a bit smaller? Not sure, don't quote me on that one. Again, you've got your couple of Travelers notebooks in there with the elastic band fitting. I'll do separate videos on these when I get a moment, if anyone's interested. So yeah, there's the kind of size comparison there. But both of these come, well, not come with, I think they do come with, but they take their own proprietary size notebooks. You can add other things in there. It's not like you have to have those branded notebooks in there. You can fit other things in, but they kind of have their standard notebooks which they will sell to go in there. What I'm saying is, Roterfaden don't. They sell the cover. You put whatever you want in. So if you do want to put your favourite A5 notebook into a cover, this might be handy, because it's not slightly not A5. It's not outside of the normal boundaries. It fits an A5 very nicely. Yeah? That was a coherent minute or two, wasn't it? What I'm saying is, I like this because it take any A5, you can put your bits of paper in there. The pockets are quite handy for me, because what I tend to do is I'll put things to do or letters or documents or whatever that need my attention in there in the front, and then when I've done them and given their due attention, they go in the back. So that's like my done place. So that's a little bit of personalised organisation, but obviously you could use it for whatever purpose you wanted to. As I say, business cards, maybe a tablet, whatever. You got a couple of notebooks there for different purposes. You can have as many as you like, up to 5, if that's your bag. It's almost like a nice little do-it-yourself organiser. For me, you can pop your loose leaf in there, papers. You can design it yourself up to a point, so you can pick this colour, you can pick that colour, you can pick this colour and the strap. I think the only thing that annoyed me at the time when I bought it was I couldn't get it without the pen loop, because I just don't use them. That's a personal thing. I mean, it does work fine if I can find a reasonably sized pen close by. I mean, you know me, never really got pens close by. So what have we got? Excuse me. Right, so I got a Diplomat Excellence, which is a regular size pen to me, I suppose. Might be big for you, but there we go. Anyway, so it'll take one of them, no problem. It's on the tighter side, but I suppose you want that because you don't want it falling out. Although, obviously, if you've got snap cap, that could be a bit annoying because the grip's a bit tight. Something a bit bigger, so you've got a Jinhao X159, which is Mont Blanc 149 size. It'll take it. It's a bit of a squeeze. Obviously, that's got a screw cap on, so that's not going to happen. But, you know, it's secure, so that's what you want, I suppose. I just don't really use pen loops, if I'm honest. I'm a shirt pocket kind of guy. Or I've got a pen case in my bag separately, so I don't really use the loop. So I didn't want that, basically. But I prefer it without, but it's not the end of my world. But I just don't use it, so I did want it to kind of just follow on and be nice and sleek. But hey ho. But yeah, you can design your own as it is, to a point of their colour options. Price, it depends on the size and it depends on the options that you have. So as I say, I think they go B6, and then there's A5 and there's A4, and there might be a couple of bits in the middle there, but check out the website. So I got mine directly from the Roterfaden website. So you're probably looking at anywhere from about 120 upwards to 200, maybe 250, depending on, I think the A4s are obviously going to be more, depending on the size and the options. But go and check out the website if you are vaguely interested, because it's not definitive. You do have to look through the sizes and things like that. What's the value like on that? To be honest, I don't think it's bad. It's more than something like a Traveller's by a fair bit. I think So the Passport Travellers, I want to say about 40-ish pounds, thereabouts. And then the normal regular size Travellers is 10 to 15 to £20 more, depending on where you get it. So it's a fair whack more. That said, it's very durable. So this is a thick front and outer cover. So anything you put in here is very well protected. You've got the leather, then you've got the suede interior as well. Bear in mind I've had this 2 years or so, so it's a little bit beaten up around the edges and stuff, but that kind of proves my point. But the notebooks inside are very well protected, as well as any paper that you might put in there. You've got the pockets. I recognise that that's more than some notebooks covers and whatnot, but this is a very durable option, and as I say, more to me like an organizer and stuff like that, which you can do it yourself to your own specs. So I don't think it's an unreasonable price. You do get very good quality for what you pay for. It's going to depend how much you want one and how much you would use it. But yeah, so yeah, I would highly recommend one of these if it's that sort of purpose you want, as opposed to like your quick jotters and things like that. Look, everyone's different. I just tend to find this is the one I use most out of the ones that I've tried. And I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think Gentleman's Stationer in the US may sell these as well. So if you're over that side of the pond, you don't have to get one directly from Germany as it is. But yeah, it's my go-to for all my bits and bobs. This tends to stay in my bag most of the time, and it's got all my to-dos and stuff like that in, and obviously my leisurely writings and witterings and whatnot. Okie dokie. Speaking of leisurely witterings, I think I've done enough of that. So I'm going to call it a day. Obviously, there'll be a few people who were bored to tears a long time before now, and they'll have gone. And maybe they'll have left me a comment about how boring I am. Here's hoping. Have a lovely day. What notebook system do you prefer or use? Let me know. Yeah, I'll see you next time with something else. Take it easy. Bye.